Okay guys, we're in my Akshan guide. We're going to be covering the passive, the abilities, some combos, and then at the end we're going to be covering the build / runes you want to use. So first, let's get into Akshan's passive. So for Akshan's passive, he can auto attack the enemy 3 times and get a barrier if it is an enemy, and also they'll get an extra burst damage on that third auto attack or if they use an ability. The second thing is if you auto cancel, you get a speed boost. Boom. You guys see that? If you auto attack once, you get a speed boost. Another thing is when you auto attack, you have a second auto that goes right out, okay? So what you got to do is you got to auto attack once and you get the speed boost, okay? And basically, that's the core of the passive. You could really abuse this. Especially, this is what you would want to do is you want to auto and then let another auto attack go through and you get the barrier. But yeah, guys, that is the passive. The next up ability is a boomerang. It's literally an actual boomerang. So with this, if you hit it on a champion, it just does damage. But if you hit it on multiple champions, it actually increases the range of it, as you can see right there. And also, it's applying the passive because you can use abilities to apply the passive. So you want to try to hit many enemies right there. As you can see, I hit the scuttle too. But it's pretty fun to mess with. The second ability, it makes you invisible and you can move faster when it comes to enemies that have the scoundrel on them. The enemies get the scoundrel effect when they do kill your teammates. So if you kill someone, you will be able to revive one of your enemies. It's pretty cool. The enemies that kill allied champions become scoundrels for 40 seconds. So after your teammate dies, you need to kill that champion in 40 seconds to revive your teammate. Also, if you killed a scoundrel, you get 100 gold. And when you use this ability, you are invisible. So as you can see, boom, we are invisible. But none of these champions are scoundrels because, I mean, they're literally dummy targets. But if I were to kill one of these dummies, if I were to kill one of them, my teammate would be revived. The next ability is a grappling hook that you can grapple around terrain and shoot to the most recent target that you've hit. Boom, baby. So it's actually pretty fun to mess with, and it does decent damage, but you can get uninterrupted if you do hit a champion. See right there, I got interrupted. Another thing you could do is you can cancel your hook to get that little runaway. If you want to chase against someone without hooking, you could cancel and then move forward. So let's say the enemy is running upwards. Boom, I cancel it to get that little roll. It's a combat roll basically. It's kind of like Vayne's roll. So you could also use this to dodge abilities by rolling like that. Boom, boom, just like that. All right, lastly is the ultimate. The ultimate locks onto a target and will shoot a bunch of shots. Boom, boom. As you can see right here, you got a bunch of time to hold it up and shoot it out. As you can see, I got 2 seconds and then boom, 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 boom. So these are his abilities. They're very basic, but let's get into a combo. So the first combo is you could flash your Q just like this. You could flash it. Oh, right there, I messed it up. Boom. You can flash the Q, which is pretty nice. Lastly, and the main combo is using your ultimate and hook at the same time. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to click your ult, and then you're going to cast your ult after you hook. So you're going to R, you're going to hook, and then ult. Boom, just like that. R, hook, ult. Just like that, guys. Those are the 2 main combos you're going to need to know on Akshan to be the best. If you use this in ranked, you will catch out your opponents and really abuse them. Alright guys, we're now in my Akshan loadout. So with this champion, you're going to want to build a bunch of crits. So you're going to want to go Blade of the Rune King only because it gives you amazing stats and good attack damage. You're going to go into the Infinity Edge, which follows the theme of the crit rate and the attack damage. Same with the Static Shiv. The Stasis is an extra protection measure since you're going to be grappling into the enemy. The GA is also another defensive mechanism for you when you're in a team fight and you do get killed. Now the Runeon's Hurricane is to help apply the passive onto other champions at the same time. Just like how when Kai'Sa uses Runeon's Hurricane, she can apply her marks on more champions throughout the fight, and it works the same way with Akshan. Now for the runes, you're going to want to run Conquer and Brutal because they're super strong on AD champs when you pair them together. And Hunter Titan is great because of the tenacity you get, especially when you're grappling into the enemy and if they do use any CC to stop you in it. The Sweet Tooth is always good for laning phase, and you're going to want to run heal and flash, or you can run barrier and flash depending on whether you're playing in mid or ADC. But with that, guys, this is my Akshan Loadout. I'm going to be covering videos on Lucian, Xayah, and other ADCs because of the new items coming up. So if that's something you guys would